Guys, what is up? Welcome to the video. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. This is going to be just a quick walkthrough video of the time spent in and around a place called Desaguadero, Peru. It borders Bolivia. It's a town that's really transitory. People are either coming from Bolivia to Peru or Peru to Bolivia. You typically, especially as a gringo or if you're from outside of the continent, you're not going to spend too much time in this area. But I had to spend about 4 or 5 days to try to get more time on a tourism visa, which gave me the time to explore outside of the city, and it's actually pretty cool. So it'll be a walkthrough of kind of like what life is like in town and also some of the more remarkable natural sides of Desaguadero. So I hope you enjoy. This is right by Lake Titicaca. This is kind of like an area south of Puno, so it'll be on the southeastern part of the lake. And Lake Titicaca is probably for another video, but yes, enjoy. And then if you have any comments, please leave them there. And if you like it, like it. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. All right, so let's get into it.
Guys, driving around Lake Titicaca, Laguna Titicaca in Peru. And if you can see to the left, those are some cages and rigs for fishing. There's a lot of trout or trucha in the lake, so pretty cool to see that. And it's a pretty varied landscape. You have mountains, farmland, and the way the lake presents itself while driving around it is always very different. It's constantly changing. Just beautiful. The time right now is probably about 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, January 5th. Yeah, so if you guys never seen Lake Titicaca, this is it. This is a little southeast of Puno. This bus is headed to a place called Desaguadero, which is on the border of Peru and Bolivia. You can see over there to the right some mountains. So a lot of construction going on, new bridges being put in. A lot of activity down here. Yeah, so you're looking at the eastern side of the lake right now. And the climate is very varied here as well. Like, it's pretty sunny right now, but chilly. The farther that way you go, the mountains get really high, it gets colder. So this area pretty much has everything. A lot of corn that's grown here, potatoes, like I said, a lot of fish. I did see a lot of sheep, and there is some other livestock like cow. There's actually some communities that live on the water. It's the community called Uros, and it's like a fishing community that's lived there for a very long period of time. And they literally make these islands made out of the floating reeds in the lake, but they're more towards that way, more towards the west. Yep. So there you go. The Bolivian side is more where those mountains are. And as beautiful as that is, which it is, it's really beautiful down here. This is by Lake Titicaca, and it's just gorgeous. But like you see so much in and around this area, in Peru, in Bolivia, in other parts of South American countries, there is just an epidemic with trash disposal and proper sanitation. Even in a place like this dedicated to Jesus Christ himself, look at this. Look at what these people do. It's baffling to me. Like, it's just baffling. Like, do you guys not see what you have and how beautiful this all is? Like, look, obviously people are settling here for a reason, and it just gets fucked up by us as humans, you know? It's like, come on, Peru, come on, Peruvians, like, you guys know I love you, but get it together. You can't be trashing your own place, you know? It just really bothers me. But anyway, got a beautiful day. Just absolutely beautiful day. There he is, looking over all of us. And this is part of the climb up. Just really beautiful, man. I really do like this area. A lot less pollution. Air is cleaner. Way different than Lima. Yeah, so we're going up. And the top shouldn't be too different from what we're seeing here, but do a quick video on the summit, see what it looks like. All right, guys, just reached the summit, and a little disappointing that there's graffiti, but we can look past that and the bottles there. Let's just go on the backside first. This is quintessential Andean landscape. Just, oh man, wow, gorgeous. The camera's not quite picking up the lighting on the ridge of these mountains and the clouds, but it is stunning. You know, it's like every other video. It's like, oh, words cannot describe. It's true, but I know it gets redundant. Anywho, so yeah, man, just wow, like quintessential Andes. It's so gorgeous. And then look, this is what's so crazy about the Lake Titicaca area. The lake itself is huge. I don't know, look up the exact size online, but it is miles upon miles wide and long. So there's a little wind here. Step down. There we go. Well, look, snow-capped mountains in the background, right? Some very high points in and around Peru, and you follow those east. Those cross over into the Bolivian border, and then you have the towns, Desaguadero on the Peruvian side, and if you can see that small river there, Desaguadero on the Bolivian side. And that's really beautiful down there. There's some farmland, and you have some access to the bay, or the lake rather, and then this is what we just saw from earlier. Yeah, just really nice. And really could not ask for a better day. And there is El Señor, Jesus. Yeah, and guys, most people that even live here, they don't really seek out Desaguadero. It's not a go-to destination. I mean, there's so many places around Lake Titicaca which are beautiful. This place just kind of gets known for, oh, it's the border, and that's about it. But yeah, take a look at the backside again. Just gorgeous, guys. Wow. Yep. And right there seems to be the money shot. So put that on a postcard and send it to somebody. They have a little mirador, little lookout point right there. All right, guys, the last thing I'll say is, you see how the sun is hitting those mountains in the distance? That to me is that's what makes this area this area. When all the elements are right, it's just like, wow. All right. That's it, guys. El Mirador de Jesus. All right, guys, at pretty much the highest I can go from this area. But check it out. Full panorama. Woo! So just want to give you guys a quick little tour and show you what it's like on a Monday, beautiful sunny day, and kind of what the locals do. So, like every other video, I'll just be behind the mic speaking, try to give you guys some context for what's going on. So the square is there, and that way is where the border is. And there's a tiny little bridge, and there's a lot of activity there, a lot of money exchanges, senoritas in the streets cooking. And as we walk down this road, this is Avenida 28 de Julio. It's the 28th of July street. So if you can tell, there's just vendors everywhere. Now, I was told by a local that he believes that's one of the problems with this area in parts of Peru, where everything is just about commerce. And you can see it. There's just little businesses everywhere, bodegas everywhere, people just in the street everywhere. And I think that takes away from, people being more together. You see senoritas just sitting there all day long. It's crazy, man. But it's beautiful because, like, you can tell there's so much pride that goes into what they do. And to our right here is the main market, so there's some vendors that are outside. But if we go inside, which we don't have to do today, you see a lot of produce, poultry,
beef, eggs, fresh cheese. Actually, speaking of cheese, you have these senoritas here slanging the queso, which is really good. I bought a little bit yesterday. And I'm literally like the only gringo that's just walking around doing this. So, and we have some sandia or watermelon right there. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much what it looks like. And this goes on for blocks and blocks. And the nice thing is, the farther you walk, you can get out that way towards the mountains, and there's some areas you can hike. So like a lot of mountain towns, there's quite a bit of commerce that's happening, but at the same time you can get outside to a more rural area that's quieter. So it's best of both worlds. And Lake Titicaca, again, it's just super beautiful. So yeah, that's a look at, the downtown Desaguadero and what the vibe is like.